Today, we are going to understand that simple aspect. So let me start with a story. 2005 and 2022. So many years apart, but nothing changed so drastically in my life, especially when it comes to mindset. The mindset of how should I portray myself in front of those people who can take my career to the next level because they are the decision makers. My first appraisal that I had in 2005, the silence with which I accepted whatever was told, that I have to improve, that I need to correct myself, all those things silently accepted, and I walked out of that room. Fast forward 2022, same thing happened. Yeah, but a little bit of ego factor that I have so many years of experience. Apart from that, nothing changed so much because I was accepting what was being told to me in appraisal meetings by my seniors, managers, all the other decision makers. Things started changing when I did this one activity. And it is creating an impact not just now or at that point of time, but even now. And I know it will be creating impact even in the future. And that is this habit of stop saying yes for anything and everything, for anyone, and start saying no. When I started saying no for many of the things that are putting me in a zone that I am not energetic enough, that I feel that I am not worthy enough, that's when life started to change. So let me share the screen and tell you what this power of no and why is it I'm speaking about something like a simple thing of saying, no, 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 I don't want it kind of thing, and a mindset and to your brand. So let me share the screen and let's go further. It all changed with no because if I accept that I have to work on this technology also, I have to go and serve this client, I have to learn this, that, whatever the project is demanding. And let me tell you, I was jumping across organizations, few were product companies, but many were service-based companies. All the people out there who are in service companies, they can completely resonate with me that, Vamsi, I understand. I can't go deep in any one technology. Whatever the project demands, whatever the billing comes from, or whichever the project the billing is available, I have to learn it and then do it. Project done, skill set done and forgotten. That's what when I told to myself, come whatever might happen in my life with respect to the projects and other things, I will say no to those things which are not making me good in one or two things that I always think should be my strong points. That's where the power of no came, and I rejected everything which is not aligning with my brand. That's what I did it. So how I did it? Very simple strategy. That is what I'm going to tell today. And you are going to get that simple strategy in a simple infographic. And only when you become part of the Facebook group where we are sharing that small PDF. So the link will be shared to you. Just go and join the Facebook group and download the document. So what did I do? How did I do to say that all these things don't matter for me? What matters for me is this. After that clarity, when I understood that these are my target audience, this is what I need to speak in front of them, and this is what they also need to be solved in their life. The simple thing I realized, the gap that is existing between where I want to go and where I am currently there. Simple formula, remember the gap. The acronym also that I'm going to tell is called GAP. But before that, When I started creating content, when I started building my personal brand, I went random. I had this huge amount of imposter syndrome saying that, Vansi, you're not at all good. You are the one who was sitting near the computer and writing code, talking all the technical things. How come you can do this? And I have done all. Okay, not to a very, very big extent. I danced in front of camera to put some Instagram reels. I tried to do something on Facebook, like all my stories, my working out, gym stuff, this, that. In fact, if you go and look at Facebook profile, you will see me in my apartment gym. I did everything I thought I should do because I was not being guided by anyone. I was random in terms of creating content, in terms of talking about myself, in terms of reaching out to people who are from different categories. It was like that hen which was running here and there and everywhere. So let me tell you this. This is normal. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are feeling that I am also someone like that, and if I create content or when I start creating content, once I also feel that I am not good enough, it is okay to sound like someone. Start with copying people. We humans, we derive inspiration from other human beings. The great quotations of people whom we adore, whom we worship. So it's not a mistake to copy someone's content and be like them in the initial days until and unless you don't figure out your unique spice, your unique salt that you add, quantity and the kind. The second thing is, it's not okay to stand out. When there is a competition, when there are certain kind of jobs, certain number of jobs, and there is an examination, not everybody will get the first rank, not everyone will get the second rank. And the same examination, after the results, if the same examination gets conducted again, there will be an entirely different set of people who will be getting the ranks, most probably. So it's not a problem at all if you think that I am not standing out. Big influencers and other people also, they have done so much of work and they figured out which kind of post goes viral. And even otherwise, if that particular piece of content, if it goes to other social media, can never go viral. So do not be so obsessed about going viral and all those stuff. Next one. It is okay creating tons of content which doesn't make any meaning, it doesn't create any impact, it doesn't create any value to community that you think you want to build. It's all your warming up. Embrace all these imperfections because that's where your audience will like you. The key is, in this process, you need to gain a lot of interesting ideas. Very interesting ideas, because your mind is now becoming smoothen enough to absorb lot of ideas that are related to your target audience, your skill set, your niche, name it anything. You are in fact training your gray matter to become that fertile ground that can churn out lot of interesting ideas. Simple trick again here, start with consumption of relevant content. So this is the warning bell that I am giving now. I am not against consumption of content, but I am dead against consumption of irrelevant content. When I started on LinkedIn, in fact, I never thought that LinkedIn would be the social media platform that I actually want to build my brand. I was thinking of Instagram. That's why I was dancing in front of camera and doing all that nautanki and all those drama bazi. But it did not click. The reason? Target audience. I chose a wrong target audience, but still I became, I should say, good enough to create some reels, to do some video editing, to understand that creation is not so big a thing. Then when I moved to LinkedIn, I went full steam, engaging with so many content creators. And these are not the content creators actually from my area where I want to create an influence. So go overboard and start consumption of relevant content, because that's where you will start getting interesting ideas for your content. Once this is done, the simple thing follows, which is what I told: identifying the gaps in your brand and actually adopting the strategy called gap. Prepare content for your growth, prepare content for your authority, prepare content for your personal stories. Growth is all those kind of content that you see, memes, the latest things that are happening, that are top of the people's mind. World Cup is happening, Olympics is happening, talk something about it. T20 is happening, talk something about it. Even if you are not able to hit the nail, have those keywords, because people are frantically searching for those kind of content to be consumed. Kalki aaya, Kalki chala gaya, but during the Kalki time, talk something about Kalki so that people will resonate with you. In fact, you are attracting people. And then talk about your values and promises. Remember the last time I was telling amplification of your stories. This is where the authority lies. This is where people take you seriously. Among all the people that they are able to see when they enter into a particular platform, why should that they care about you? It's your unique thought process, your view about a thing that they think is a very ordinary thing. This is where you have to adopt some strategies like negating something or talking something which is not widely accepted or not commonly known. This builds your authority. Your designations, your certifications, when you are trying for a job, comes under this category. And finally, talk about your personal stories. When people know you, when people see you, and when people like you, that's when people start trusting you. Authority puts you on the pedestal. Personal stories make them feel that, yes, I am also like this person who was, or I am aspiring to be this person, and this person actually is somebody like me now. You need to have that connection with that person. You cannot be somebody like at a very high level and that person feel that छोड़ो यार जिंदगी में होने वाला ही नहीं है, I can never reach there, so this person cannot be my example. Check out. He will immediately unfollow you and he will say that. His mind says that if you are not able to do it, then why follow that person who always talks about that I get so much, I do this thing and all those things. And literally, actually, I talk with people and I ask them like, hey, why don't you send that connection request to that person who commented on your post? And that person is from Google. Sir, mazak kar rahe ho kya? He is in Google. And I am in L&T. So what? Are you not talking the same language that he understands? Are you not able to understand what he is posting? Go ahead and form connections. But here, that's the mindset where it is stopping people to connect with those who are above that. On the contrary, what I am saying is try to be as much approachable to people. Had it been that the Google person is writing his personal stories, somewhere my mentee would have got triggered saying that, acha, I can go and contact this person. But when that person is putting heavier technical content, this person automatically checks out. So that's what I'm talking about with respect to your personal stuff. So they know you, they like you, and then they trust you. Recruiters know you through your content or your branding, everything. They like you because you talk, which makes sense to them. Then finally, they trust you because you are there consistently and doing the magic. So the mapping is very simple. Growth will get people know you. Authority will get people trust you. and finally personal stories and that vulnerable kind of stuff, right, will actually make people like you. This is the gap, the simple formula that you can remember will actually bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to go. Growth, authority, and personal stories. Let me give a simple twist to this gap again and talk about it again and again and again. But this is now from the mindset perspective. The strategy is very simple. So you need to have a goal-oriented mindset. So the goal-oriented mindset is very simple. You have to tell yourself that I don't want to say yes to everything. Acha, aaj hi jaake, like I see Vijayanand Sahu, Vineet Dikshit, and many other people. Acha, once he told that I need to talk about some growth content. And I see this wonderful thing happening related to Olympics or something, and I will do a jumping kind of acrobatic things and I will put a role. My dear friend, go ahead and do it. If you think so that you really want to do it. Otherwise, say no. I will write a piece of content on LinkedIn where I bring my personal story also, my capability also, and add some Olympic flavor to it. By all means, go and create a video if you can. Otherwise, say no to video, say yes to text. Oh, you are good with memes? Oh, wonderful. Memes are hotcakes. Please go ahead and do it. So have this kind of discretion of saying no to many things so that when you are yes, your goal-oriented mindset now will help you to take only those things that you can handle, but still keep the engine running. So let us go further and talk about again the gap. Once you have the goal-oriented mindset is all about growth, growth, growth. Next comes your action-oriented mindset. You decided that you don't want to do the reels. Perfect. But go ahead and put the post on LinkedIn, which is in text format or image. Or you want to create a podcast, by all means, go and do it if you have that network and you can do it. Or you want to create a YouTube video, go ahead and do it. Anything that you feel after you rejecting so many things and you accepted few things, put yourself in the action mode. Put that 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines. But have that action-oriented mindset because that's where the needle starts moving. And finally, plan-oriented mindset. Once in a while, go to your LinkedIn profile or the social media platform where you are there and look at what the analytics are saying. Which is the post that got a bit of better engagement? Who is engaging? Am I going and speaking with that person? Am I asking like, oh, what did you like in my post? Which point did it resonate with you? How do you think I can improve? Be open to feedback. LinkedIn is a place which is notoriously famous for very good positive feedback. Yeah, there are some topics, and let me tell you one more thing. It all depends on what kind of post you put. Some people will actually come and they may absolutely talk BS on your post. Ignore. That's also a mindset. Don't get into any arguments because it will ruin your mental peace to create that wonderful next piece of content. So have a goal-oriented mindset, have an action-oriented mindset, and have a plan-oriented mindset. Understand that it is all about growth, it's all about authority, it's all about personal stories. Fill the gaps one by one so that you see the things unfold in front of you. Because there is a gap existing between where you are now and where you want to be. And I gave you the mechanism to fill those gaps, the kind of content that will resonate with the audience and the mindset that is needed to them. I know what you all people are waiting for. I don't want to keep you waiting for that. And this is where I leveraged the power of AI to create the content at scale. Ideas to hai, ideas you will have so many, but the action part is always missing for many of the people that I get in touch with. The reason is, how can I convert the ideas or the thoughts that are overflowing every time in my mind? Maybe when I'm listening to a song, when I am stuck in a traffic, when someone, a colleague of mine, when I was having discussion, I thought, oh, this is a good piece of content. This idea is super. Oh, but how can I put it in a post? Friends, that's where ChatGPT or generative AI can come and rescue you. So let's go forward and see what I have more to share with you people. Yes. Prompt time. Guys, hold my cup. Don't drink, okay? Watch my screen because I'm going to show you what happens when ChatGPT takes control of your thought process and will create a wonderful piece of content. And I promise, not one, not two, half century to hum marenge aaj. How about 75 questions that you get depending on your growth, your authority, and your personal? So I have made the prompts already ready for you. And this is a fictional character of, actually, kya fictional character? This is what I want to become at the end of my all this journey. That super influencer who get the things done. Yeah. So let me share the screen and I will open my favorite. Hazir ho, ChatGPT Hazir ho. So let me go and pick up the first prompt. The first prompt is all about telling our dear friend ChatGPT about the gap framework. For all the people who are saying, okay, will we get this and all those things, guys, this is a little bit half cooked. The prompts are all getting ready and you will be given. But for now, just see what ChatGPT can do. There is a little bit of tweaking that is necessary, but nevertheless, you can see what is happening here.
Yes.
So what did I do? I asked it like, once you understood the gap framework, reply with a yes. तो तभी तो आपको इतना बड़ा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं मिला है. But it understood that whatever Vamsi you have given to me, I understood it. Because I wanted to learn more about gap framework. कहानी वहां पे खत्म नहीं होता है, कहानी अभी शुरू होता है. Tell ChatGPT a bit about you. So here is some information about me. So I built so much of audience. These are my personal stories, this, that. Again, I am asking it, ChatGPT, once you understand all the things that I am giving to you, go ahead and say yes. Let's see. Yes, which means it understood my personal stories. The last prompt before we ask ChatGPT to generate our content. So who are my target audience? Your stories, your content is of no use if you don't have your target audience fixed or decided upfront. So let's see what ChatGPT has to showcase to us. Again, it's a very simple prompt, but with a response from ChatGPT that I am expecting is not a very big thing. Just say yes. Once you understand, reply with yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fasten your seatbelts because we are going to bring it all together and see what ChatGPT can do the magic. My goal is to create content for social media that makes my target audience know, like, and trust me, the GAP framework. Using the GAP framework, please ask me 25 questions for each category of GAP framework that does this. So this is not the content, but this is the content which ChatGPT can give you in the form of questions, to which each answer of yours will be a post, will be that piece of content that you can put.
Question.
So it goes on and goes on and goes on. But let us see until it completes the first 25 questions of growth. Let us read few of the questions just to understand. What is one popular trend in your industry that you think will change the game for creatives and entrepreneurs? If you are somebody in cloud, if you are somebody in data analytics and all those things, think of that one popular trend that you are learning now and you feel will create a lot of impact if somebody can see it. This kind of content will bring so many followers to you, especially people who want to learn from you. It will spike your followers. How can somebody use AI tools like ChatGPT to enhance their content creation process? What's your take on latest social media algorithm changes? बैठ के भी हम करेंगे ना. Impossible for us to bring all these kind of things. Yes, it will take time, but you need to invest a lot of time and lot of research on your front to understand these things. This is where ChatGPT actually becomes your friend. Authority related questions. I asked 25. I have 25 questions. The story does not end here. Why? अभी तो आपके पास questions ही है. So how will you go ahead and do it? And what will you do after these questions is actually the one that will make your growth possible, your brand to shine. Because remember, it's always growth, establishing your authority and trust. Question से काम नहीं चलेगा. You have to go ahead and create the content. Ha! My finger was very fast. My finger was very fast. And this is what you are going to get tomorrow. A session about interview like a pro. देखो भाई, एक और चीज मैंने नोटिस किया है. People are saying, oh, 8:30 was drop off, drop off, drop off, like those dried leaves from a tree. You see that your mind got primed that 8:30 you will be dropping off. This is what I am talking about. After 8:30, when you say that you feel that the thing is done and you drop off, this is how, when you start putting content from your side, which builds your growth, which builds your authority, which builds your likability, that people will intuitively they will understand about you. They will start liking you. They will start trusting you. Like how you people are getting used to the process that we are setting up. That 8 to 8:30, then there are these actions and all those things. I hope this makes sense to you. Go ahead and be part of this community. Go ahead and part of this community so that you get all the things that you need in bite-sized manner every day, 8 p.m. Join the community, join the Facebook group to get today's PDF, which is a small infographic. And I strongly feel that उसको आप प्रिंट आउट लेके आपके सामने रखना है. जब भी आपका कोई कंटेंट जा रहा होगा, whenever a content is going on, ask for yourself, like, which is the kind of content that I am putting it. Is it a growth related my content, or is it something to build my authority, or is it something a story? Over a period of time, you will also mix and match and all those things. Ask all your friends to join the community if they are not so far. Yeah. This is what today I have to say. But tomorrow you have this thing. Next week, we will have few more prompts coming, which will help you to plug in some marketing frameworks and some emotional aspects of your target audience and create a content that will actually work with the audience. Go ahead, get your gaps filled so that you know from your place that you are in what it takes to go to the level that you are aspiring. जिंदगी में बस यही करना है. We are at some place, there are gaps in our growth. Just keep on filling the gaps. And to fill the gaps, you need to always say, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, so that you finally stay with what you want. हो गया, बहुत सारा हो गया, सब लोग हमारे सिर के ऊपर डाल रहे हैं. टाइम टू से नो. On that note, I wish you all a great evening, and I will see you same day next week, same time.